what's up everybody? I'm Noah from PhoneDog.com. I'm going to try to keep this quick and to the point. Jon Rettinger, dropped us a line a while back saying, hey Phone Dog, let's get together. Let's do some kind of a project. Let's do a video. Let's throw something to each other's audiences, see if it sticks. And we thought, that's great. We're big fans of the Jon channel, big fans of TechnoBuffalo.com. Let's do it. So we decided, let's do guest editorial pieces on each other's channels, a little guest video, talking about the Apple WWDC conference, the keynote address Monday, June 7th, the next iPhone. This is the 3GS. What's coming next? I think we're going to find out on the 7th. So I'm over on Jon's channel, Jon for Lakers, giving my predictions. Jon's right here giving his predictions. Let us know what you think. If you like the collaboration, we'll do more because it's fun. He's a good guy. It's been a good time. And, we'll do more collaborations. Definitely, if you like what you see from Jon, go check out his site, TechnoBuffalo.com, and subscribe to his channel, Jon for Lakers. Either way, be sure to, I'm going to give the promo now. Be sure to come back here, PhoneDog.com, the YouTube channel, Facebook page, everything. I'll be live at WWDC at the keynote address Monday, June 7th. Kicks off at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So we'll start our coverage a little before that on the site, on Twitter, all that kind of stuff. Whatever Apple's got in store, I'll be there, bring it to you live. And like I said, maybe afterwards, Jon and I will get back together, do a wrap-up, do something on Android versus Apple, drive go-karts together. I don't know. It's up to you. Let us know what you think. All right? Without further ado, the man himself, Jon for Lakers, Jon Rettinger, with his WWDC predictions.
What's up everyone, Jon Rettinger, guest editor for PhoneDog.com here, and I want to give you guys a rundown on what I think we're going to see at Apple's quickly approaching Worldwide Developers Conference, also called WWDC. It's a week-long event where Apple gets together with developers and press and media and shows off new technologies, new software developments, and the developers show what they have as well. The highlight of this event is always the keynote, which is going to be taking place this coming Monday, June 7th, and will be given by Steve Jobs himself. I think we're going to see 5, perhaps a few more, really key things and big announcements come out of this. So I want to share them with you and hear what you guys have to say. So first, and probably to the surprise of nobody reading a tech blog, we are going to see the iPhone 4G, iPhone HD, whatever they want to call it. We're going to see the 4th generation iPhone. And now that we finally have some specs on it, it's really going to be a bit of a letdown. There's always been some excitement leading up to Apple keynotes with rumors and predictions, but really we never knew exactly what was going to happen. But with Gizmodo's leak this year, we now know exactly what we're going to get from Cupertino. So let's run down what we know. So it's going to have a front-facing camera for video calling, which is actually going to be very cool. What I'm hoping for is that it ties into a desktop client. So you can download iChat, of course, you can have for a Mac, but also download an iChat client for a PC, and you can talk to somebody from their phone and to the computer. So if you're sitting at home on your desktop, your buddy's out with his new iPhone 4G, you can kick up your iChat and talk to him directly while he's on the go, or vice versa. I think that would be a really cool thing. Now, it's kind of a bit of a concern about how video chat's going to handle over a 3G network, particularly AT&T's 3G network. We've seen the Evo 4G handle video chat with quick software, nice and smooth over a 4th generation network. Over 3G, though, it can be a bit choppy. And certainly over Edge, you're not even going to want to use it. It's going to look like a slideshow. So I'm very curious to see how Apple and AT&T implement this. I think the next thing that we're going to see is higher screen resolution. Finally, the iPhone came out, high screen resolution. It's just been surpassed by a myriad of other devices. So the folks at superphone.cz claim to have actually had a next generation iPhone LCD screen, which they put under a microphone, and supposedly revealed a screen resolution of 960 by 640, which for those of you keeping track at home is actually double the current generation iPhone, which is ridiculously impressive. It's actually going to make the density now 320 dpi, which is going to be higher than any other current device on the market. So probably going to set a standard for screen resolution, which is obviously a nice thing. I think next we're going to see an LED flash. We saw it on the Gizmodo leaks and a few other sites in Vietnam. It's pretty a standard thing now. You've got LED flash on the back. You can probably be able to use it in photo as well as video to help low light situations. And to tie into that LED flash, I think we're going to see a higher resolution camera on the back of the phone. Rumors have it at about 5 to 8 megapixels, which should be pretty standard now for what we're seeing on other devices. Particularly Android devices are getting higher and higher megapixelage on the back. The next big question on everybody's mind is multiple carriers. There have been rumors of Verizon iPhones dating back to the launch of the first iPhone, and now we're hearing rumors of Sprint, but Verizon is still the prevailing second carrier who we still sort of keeps crouching in from the side. I think that if we do see rumors of another carrier on the iPhone, we probably won't see it right away. We're going to probably have this new iPhone available in June for AT&T. If we do see a 4th generation iPhone for a CDMA carrier, so Sprint or Verizon, I think we're not going to see it probably until the November-December timeframe. So just in time for holiday 2010. So keep a lookout for that. The next thing I think we're going to see upgraded is the Mac Pro, which has gone a whopping 455 days without an upgrade. For your supposedly a computer that's your flagship machine and the most powerful that you have, to let it go over a year without an upgrade is a shame. Rumors are saying that it's been upgraded because of Intel shortages of some of the chips they wanted to use. I think that's finally been rectified, and we're now going to see hexa-core processors in these Mac Pros. We may see a new case design as well, but we're finally going to have a Mac Pro that can live up to what a Mac Pro should be and hold a candle at least to some of its PC counterparts. The next computer that's sort of languished in non-updateville would be the MacBook Air, which is finally going to see another update as well. New case design has sort of been floating around for a while. I think we're going to see Intel Core i3 chips in there. We're going to get 4 gigs of RAM standard and probably an increase in the solid-state drive in the computer. And sort of the next kind of exciting thing I think we may see is a new cloud-based iTunes. You may hear it float around the rumor mill as iTunes.com, and there are a lot of things that are sort of making people think this. Apple's new data center in North Carolina, which they spend billions building, is just starting to come online and be a prime candidate to host this service. And also, probably more telling, is Apple's acquisition of Lala, which was, of course, a streaming music service. So iTunes in the cloud is sort of the theme we're going to, I think, see a lot of at the Worldwide Developer Conference. Be able to go to iTunes.com, log in, check out all your music that you have, probably all be stored online, access it from any computer you want, and hopefully that'll be tied into your mobile devices. So be able to access this iTunes.com from your iPad, your iPhone, and have full access to all of your music wherever you are, which is always nice. And there have been times when I wanted to hear a song that maybe I don't have on my iPhone or iPod, and I have it on my desktop computer. Log in and go ahead and check it out, and maybe even download it directly right to your device. Kind of neat. The next thing I think that we're finally going to see an upgrade to as well is the Apple TV, and some are saying Apple's got to do it now with Google TV, but I think this update's been in the works for much longer than perhaps Google's TV was. I think the prevailing rumors that we're going to see is this now looks like an iPhone without a screen using the iPad's chip architecture, so the A4 system on a chip, which is clocked in at just about a gigahertz. So what this is supposedly going to do is be able to output full 1080p video, have very minimal flash storage, and rely solely on the cloud. So probably about 8 to 16 gigs sort of be what the general thought is, and all of your content will be brought in wirelessly, which is supposed to be pretty quick. However, as an Apple TV user, I've noticed that when I try to stream HD videos or download HD videos, there's a very long buffer time, and I have pretty quick internet, at least relatively, clocking in at about 12 to 16 megabits per second with wireless and router. So I have relatively quick internet, and I'm still having these lags. I'm curious how Apple's going to try and fix those with people with slower internet, and even people, in my case, and those with faster internet as well. Being able to stream 1080p, those files are gigantic. So I'm kind of curious to see, again, how Apple's going to implement this. There are a ton of other rumors floating around and things we might see. There's been rumors of updates to Apple's iLife and iWork suite. There's been updates to rumors to Final Cut, which is going to make it more of a prosumer product, sort of fall in line now with more iMovie. There's just a ton of things we could potentially see, but I think that those 5 are really the key that we're going to see people focus on. It's a bit disappointing to now have these rumors about the new iPhone sort of already out there that we've seen it. I'm kind of curious to what Apple's going to do, if they're going to address the leaks, or if they're just going to pretend like they didn't happen. So what do you guys think we're going to see at the Worldwide Developers Conference? Did I miss anything? Do you agree or disagree with something that I said? I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say. And thank you all for tuning in and for seeing a new face here on PhoneDog. Again, I'm Jon Rettinger, guest editor for PhoneDog.com.